Welcome everyone to the latest edition of the MPA publication LPC Connect. This month's edition has got a number of interesting articles I can recommend to you, so please delve in and enjoy. I have to say, it feels like a time of great change in our sector. In the last few weeks alone, we've seen a number of key people moving on. We said goodbye to Matt Hancock, of course, and welcomed Sajid Javid. Matt resigning was disappointing for us as community pharmacy because he had become, in the words of one senior civil servant, the most supportive Secretary of State that community pharmacy has ever had. Now, that might not be the highest bar for a sector which has at times been invisible or perhaps even unliked. But I absolutely believe Matt Hancock got community pharmacy, and so his moving on is a loss, or at least perhaps a risk. Of course, we wrote to Sajid early on to welcome him and hope that he continues all the good work in train. Jo Churchill, our pharmacy minister, recently reassured me when she was speaking at our conference doing a keynote that she thought pharmacy as the front door to the health system, to the health service, was now departmental policy. She also talked positively about our new publication, How Can We Help? Unleashing the Power of Community Pharmacy. She's even started using those words in parliamentary debate, which is great. We shared this document, of course, with politicians and civil servants and officials to make the case succinctly for pharmacy to do three things: to help the country through COVID, to help the NHS get back on its feet, and to become a key valued part of integrated care moving forward. Now, no sooner was the air clearing from all that political change, and Simon Dukes announces he's standing down as Chief Executive of PSNC at the end of September. In my view, Simon has brought a fresh approach to PSNC, and he leaves with some significant improvements under his belt. As a result, we all have much better relationships with the department and with NHS England. I want to thank Simon personally for all that he's done. It has been a pleasure to work with him. Now, turning to more urgent things, we are in the middle of a 6-week window to claim COVID costs, which may also end up turning out to be something of a turning point for the sector in itself. Having taken a year for Treasury to come forward with an acceptable offer, it's really critical now that the sector can evidence the strong claims made for it by PSNC over the last year. PSNC recently said that they believed it was always going to be a claims process, and writing off the advance, again, in lieu of the costs, was never going to happen. Now, if that's true, it is only surely a pity that nobody thought 12 months ago to ask contractors to keep good records of all costs. I've spoken to a good number of our members who are now struggling to do this so long after the event. We all need to pull together here. PSNC, LPCs, MPA, contractors, anyone, to help this process happen as effectively as possible. On top of that, of course, we have the long-running representation review. It'll be interesting to see what impact all of this change has on that. And finally, so as we melt down in this unusual heat wave, let's make sure we keep cool heads and work together as far as we can to unleash the potential of community pharmacy.